All right. Finally, we're back in. We actually killed all of that back. Authentication time. Okay. So already, HellRaisers don't really have much map control. They got a few players up second mid, but K1ck, they're actually pushing Banana, and they pushed Angel down to 17 HP. So this is actually looking quite good for K1ck at the moment because they're gonna have all the information. They've kind of they've evacuated the area surrounding apartments, so they're in good position here. They've got 4 players on A.
I think this is a very dangerous position because this is a pistol round. This is not a rifle round with smoke grenades. Oh, there's no trade though. Oh, Angel's gone down, and now they're in an interesting position, but all it required was one shot to the head, and then Banana's lost, B is lost.
The one thing to note there is that Fox is in that role, right? But they gave him a 5-7. Someone dropped a 5-7 for him, and he bought armor. So this was obviously the intention from the beginning, for him to take fights there on Banana and to do it from close range. And he so far has done an excellent job. HellRaisers, they haven't got much left. They've only got Dozier really in CT spawn. Kucha's really not going to do anything from there, and the bomb is down on Banana. So this is a wonderfully controlled pistol round from K1ck. They've done a great job.
Okay, Dozier with 25 seconds, but he doesn't even have that much time to try and build some money here with a few frags. Pick up the USP. 17 seconds remaining, running out of bullets, which will put him in a situation where he's facing multiple opponents. So it worked out well for K1ck there. And that is the first round in the bag for them. Do you think, like HellRaisers on Banana, there were 2 players there. One player was tagged, his health was red, like he was sub 20, but he was the second player. He was basically the trade player. And the first player went ahead. I can't remember their names, excuse me. But I wonder if they should have, in that situation, used him to find information and have the higher health player go for the trade.
Yeah. I like the idea there from K1ck to just get that guy. They used a couple guys early in the round to get him down there, and then before leaving him on the lonesome. So it's a really cool. Yeah, really like that. And so far, so good here in this round number 2. For K1ck, they are going to pick off 1 player already, and now it's time for HellRaisers to see what damage they can do. Use the few grenades, few flashes that they have to see if they can get some opening kills here. That would be quite nice to get a couple frags, but can they do it?
Okay, 50's coming out to play. Trades, though, coming in from Mutiris. And frags going back and forth here. Angel remains... Oh, he's going to send him flying away like he's caught in the wind there. So 2 versus 1. HellRaisers have the bomb and considerable damage. Even if this is the end of the round for them, they will be happy. But Angel's in a good position to get a 1v1 here. You can see that they're going for the crossfire off here. Oh, they're going to find the angle with the MP7 to beat the FAMAS that Angel was holding. You can see both players just going to pick up the superior weapons that are strewn across the map. They will find the defuse. But that will be a nice little money bonus for HellRaisers on top of those kill bonuses as well.
Yeah, I mean, so because of the bomb plant and the 3 kills, 3 of the players there would have gotten an extra 1,100 on top of the already 2,400 that they would have got. So now we've got like a much better buy because that money is kind of well spread across them. So they're actually going to buy up here now because of that, and this could be quite dangerous for K1ck if they aren't expecting it. Now, HellRaisers, they could try to play the element of surprise a little bit, but oh wow, that's a great flash over the top there. Mutiris is going to be able to pick up 1 and get the spot on more or less the entirety of the lineup for HellRaisers. So good early information, good opening kill, and Dozier being low as well is going to be painful for HellRaisers. And he can't go down yet. He's the only guy really with grenades. And HellRaisers, I really felt like they needed the element of surprise in this round, but it is now absolutely gone. It was instead K1ck who managed to pick that one up and get the trade going there in Boiler. Now we have a 4-3.
Yeah, still a reasonable amount of time for HellRaisers to try and get something done here, though. There's definitely more damage they can output, and K1ck still needs to be on their toes, despite having, well, they had 2 kills, but 1 has been claimed of their own. HellRaisers need to make a decision here. And this is something I think, especially on harder maps for T sides like Inferno, that teams should be prepared for. Okay, let's say 2 of our players are dead. How are we going to execute with limited guns, limited nades to try and close out the run? Because this is a difficult position for the Ts. If they find 1 or 2 frags in the right position, then they could spin this around. But you can see there's very solid teamwork coming in from K1ck here. We've got Rome throwing the pop flashes onto the arch position for his teammates. See HellRaisers trying to execute, going to take down a pit player, so this gives them an opportunity to get the plant, but you can see Mutaris on this the site itself. He's not going to stop the plant from going down on this occasion. Adren gets flashed but moves onto the site. That will protect him from quad for a few seconds. They're going to peek together to kill him. So 1v1 now. Angel to try and get HellRaisers onto the board here. Juking and diving, and he will get the better of the Portuguese player.
And it's instant eco for K1ck, because not only is it a round one very quickly for HellRaisers, it's you know, they just did so much damage. I think they killed what, 3 or 4 players? I think it was 3 players in the previous round. So that really has helped out, and now they can really swing the momentum back in their favor. Angel's going to be on a Tech 9, but they've got loads of nades.
Quickly. Fox with 7 kills already, while Rome's just been admiring the scenery. No kills on him yet. So Angel's going to be the information play here. No primary gun for him. Parrot in a strong position. Can he get 2 kills? Angel goes down. Oh, and he manages to tap Dozier with the P2000. That spray not going to do the job. Parrot left with 22 HP, and he doesn't even have any armor. So that was a bit of a mess there for HellRaisers.
Oh, nice.
Money nade. That's a 3-pointer.
Okay, it's getting dangerous now. Mal's going to be able to spray down a couple players who are quite low already. But they might not realize there's an extra dude lying on the B bomb site. He's quite low, and they're going to find him. So out of harm's way, they have arrived with a bomb plant. And Rome could be able to get himself a weapon. I think the weapons are on Banana, so let's have a look and see if you can pick one up. There is, of course, a player guarding them. Very smart. And HellRaisers win the round. So 2-2. And K1ck can buy, but it's going to be terrible. They should really just get a few pistols and eco again, probably to have full nades, but they're going to go for it, actually. And so the lack of grenades is going to be something that HellRaisers can count on once they see that, hey, they've bought, we know that they're really weak on the economy. If we play it really slow right now, they're going to run out of grenades, and then we should be able to get a push without them having any counter grenades.
Oh, so they're going to go for the fast aggression. Is he going to check the tree? He's not going to check the tree properly, but he's going to find the frag anyway. Trade coming in from Angel. Got Kill Dreams here to get a trade in return. So 4 versus 3 now. HellRaisers once again lost 2 players early on. So enough time, but do they have the executes with 3 players? That's the question here. K1ck, you have to wonder if your HellRaisers, are they going to go 2-0-2? Sorry, 2 on each side, or are they going to go 1 and 3?
See, and this is something I talked a lot about yesterday on Inferno, is how that metagames develops, how teams are going with the CTs, you know, 3 people aggressively to get the trades. And that's exactly what they did, and they were able to take control of it early on. And of course, the counter strat is a fast pace on A, but you can't know that. You have to kind of predict based on the tendencies of the opposition that you think are there to go for those fast plays. But now we're in a 3-on-4. We're in a situation where HellRaisers have 40 seconds left. There's no grenades for K1ck. That's the only thing that's really going to be good for them, or you know, going in their favor. But they've got to find a way to abuse that, and there's only 3 of them left. Now Kucha's here looking towards the A bomb site now, just seeing if he can get a quick pick and angle. But with 4 players left, HellRaisers can presume that it is 2 to a bomb site at the moment.
HellRaisers is going better and better at getting bomb plants with very, very limited time remaining. But now it's Fox's turn to try and defend from the site itself. They have a player in the pit once again. Last time, HellRaisers managed to find a frag there, but this time they haven't. Mo, though, coming from the back, but has he got time to pick up the bomb and plant it? It's too late already. He will fall as well. Too many guns for him to try and defend against. So K1ck back in the winning side here. And with that buy, I was thinking to myself that, you know, they had to go for an aggression and get an early advantage here. Otherwise, if they play passive, then they're going to get well, they're more likely they're not going to get annihilated, and that's exactly what they did. They got 2 kills, let alone 1 in quick succession, only losing 1 player. So worked out quite well for them. Again, I think HellRaisers were fortunate to get that pick in pit. Last time they were left with 3 players. This time it didn't work out for them, and they had the crossfire between the pit and the site to contend with, as well as a player coming in for support from the arch/library area. So back in front are K1ck. HellRaisers, though, looking dangerous with these Tech 9s. Just patiently waiting. Nicely aimed nade, and Dozier will follow up with the P250 to get the opening that they need onto the B bomb site. There's 1 person here to defend. We've got a full rotation here in the CT spawn, and they're going back towards A, it seems.
Uh-oh, this is pretty risky right now for K1ck. I mean, they're going to potentially be out of position because of that big movement, and that could hurt a lot as HellRaisers charge on in. They slowed their roll a little bit. Just trying to see what they can get done. Right now as they jump into Arch side, Doja does have a rifle, now Mao as well. So things looking better and better for HellRaisers as they assault this A bomb site. But there is a player towards Pit still. Now if he can keep himself alive, I believe it's Rome, if he can keep himself alive, this will be massive for his team. But they are slowly falling and he's going to get taken out as well. Rome is now eliminated as Muterus and Para are left trying to save. But they've got a guy with a Tech 9 on the other end. But they should be fine to escape here. And this is a very troubling situation, but that said, the Tech 9 is doing the job. 13 health left on Adren. He wants to pursue, and not going to get him quite, but here comes the rest of the team to take down Muterus. They do not want him to save this M4. They're going to every length to do so, and he's going to fall eventually to HellRaisers. They've left with 3 players, and the money for K1ck is absolutely atrocious at the moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't... His name's apparently pronounced Mutz.
Okay.
HellRaisers, Mo?
No.
Oh, Muterus. Okay, cool. Just pronounced Mutz. So, that situation at the end towards B was actually horrible for K1ck because they had to push him, and he put himself in construction where he can get the one taps with the Tech 9. They have to try and kill him, otherwise he can stand there, and they have to fear the rest of the team coming after them as well. And then they're basically sandwiched between someone maybe in construction, maybe B. So they had no choice but to go for the kill there. So that was actually a disgustingly bad situation for K1ck, and very well played by the Tech 9 and its accompanying player. So we've got HellRaisers quite well spread out across the map here. 2 towards B. Bomb still at bottom mid, keeping the options open, keeping it in a safe place just in case anything goes wrong, and denying CTs of the information. They're not going to show them the bomb unless they want to for a particular reason. You can see K1ck on the eco here. Got Rome with the CZ, P250 on Para, the rest with the stock pistols, which will not be doing a hell of a lot against these helmets, although we did see Dozier fall to P2000 in an early round on Banana when he had an AK.
So it's going to be the push into the A bomb site very shortly, and Adren is there with the nade on Arch to get themselves much more easily through these angles, and there is the pick onto Fox, the entry rather, as it's going swimmingly for HellRaisers. Not much really for them to worry about at this point. Now they've got the bomb site, and they know exactly where the last 2 players are coming from, and they know they don't have anything that's scary either. We haven't actually seen an AWP, like not a single AWP yet. Of course, only 7 rounds in, and HellRaisers winning most of the rounds, but you know, Mal did join the team as the dedicated AWPer, and I remember reading that that kind of news post when he joined. There was like a mini interview with him, and he basically saying how, you know, he is going to be like 100% super focused on the AWP, and that's like completely his thing now. So we'd expect to see it come out eventually, maybe when HellRaisers' economy is a little bit more stable, but we'll have to see what kind of style this new HellRaisers lineup is all about.
Yeah, I think it's also kind of situational in that if the rifles, if the AKs are working and winning them in the rounds, like this war of attrition right now is definitely favourable for HellRaisers, so can't be complaining at the moment, especially after K1ck won the pistol. Actually, how many rounds have HellRaisers won in a row here? Well, so they've won 4 out of 5 since they bought. So far so good. Fox just looking away from the flashbangs. We'll get a free kill on Adren as well. No trade here from the T side. So man disadvantage. They don't really have anybody in Banana at the moment. We've got one person. I think that's Angel. Just checking, keeping an eye, keeping the B players over there. Sometimes players will go over to Banana on the T side and just make a step, just to suggest that maybe it was by accident, maybe the whole team's there, maybe they're going to go for the push. Just put doubt in the players, and you can see there's doubt here from Mutt. He's just heading over towards B. But there's still 2 players towards there. You can see there's some aggression from Qualifier. Might be even pushing towards Pit, so the fake is real here. Or they might even go for the wrap.
Yeah, it's going to be quite hard for K1ck to really get these kills going, because that smoke is going to block the vision. Those are going to take down Mutt as they move through Arch into the CT spawn area to get that wrap going, that split onto the B bomb site. Now K1ck, they are rotating from A, but it's going to be quite a ways away, that extra aid for the B bomb site. So we've got to have more frags coming in here on the defense. We still have got a player on the new box. He's going to go down finally as Dozier will get the frag, and it's just Rome and Fox left, and they're both coming from Banana. Now they're able to get the first kill onto Fox. Things are going to be tough here for Rome. They are very low, all these players, but the headshot will be found. And 4-3 is the score now. So it was a really timely round for them to lose and then come straight back into it, because K1ck is struggling on the money. And I would imagine that Fox is going to want to get himself on an AWP, to be honest.
HellRaisers are looking strategically stronger than we've seen them in the past. It's still early days here, but it's a nice execute there with the fake turning it into a wrap towards the B site and pinching the B bomb site from CT and from Banana. Very nicely done. And again, they're heading up to Navi levels of playing the time game as well. Now they are going to cut down the CTs as they try to mount what offense they can with these measly pistols. Again, even with the stock pistols, they're still managing to find kills here. Fox taking down Mo. So that's a little bit of money. A few $100. Kucha will finish Rome off to get another round in the bag for K1ck. So far, so good here for HellRaisers. Again, now, see, Mo starts the round with almost $10,000 and goes straight for the AWP, which to me is interesting because they've won 6 out of 7 rounds since they bought. So do they even need the AWP in this situation?
I mean, the thing is that K1ck could be adapting to them. HellRaisers have been having a lot of success. So now HellRaisers are going to switch it up. They're going to stay a step ahead. But that said, Fox has picked up the AWP as well, as we would have expected from him. And K1ck have gone for that 3-man play towards Banana at the beginning. The extra player will float back now. It's actually going to be Rome. Going to fall back towards the A bomb site, and you can see the timing works out quite well. And it's going to be a couple of trades going on there on Banana, but it's going to still be held by the CTs. In HellRaisers go, just jumping out of balcony straight into the pit, and that's an excellent way to actually counter the setup. That early round play with 3 men towards B. HellRaisers found the gap, they found the window of opportunity, and they have prized it open. And it is going to have to be Fox and Killdreams to actually just try to save, but HellRaisers have so much money, they can invest even up to 3 players here in going for the kill and trying to remove some of these weapons. But Fox, I don't know if they can even attempt to try to get him dead. He's got such a good angle with the AWP there, and they've already lost quite a few players just to the rifler, Killdreams. So here goes Adren, he will spot Fox, but there's the quick flick, and that is Adren dead. So now he's going to keep himself alive. His money's actually quite poor after buying the AWP and everything. Oh no, is he going to go for the challenge here? Very brave. Now is there going to be a peek from Fox? He's going to keep himself safe. That's a very smart thing to do. But K1ck, they're going to buy behind this. I guess they could actually just go for, get some drops in there from Fox and Killdreams, and yeah, they're going to go for the buy.
There was a nice moment where Mo made it into the pit, and Kucha was to the right of Mo near Graveyard, just holding a better angle than he was, so Mo could pull out a nade and throw it towards the library arch area, while Kucha had the angle completely covered. So somebody did peek, they'd meet Kucha first, before finding an angle onto Mo, who was vulnerable, just with a nade in his hand. So something to think about in your own play. So Orpa's jumping around, Fox will get the better of Mo on this occasion. Still see people over towards B for the HellRaisers side. So in previous rounds, K1ck have had the early advantage with 2 frags. This time, HellRaisers have 4 players to play with as opposed to 3. See if they can do any better.
Okay, so they're pretty close to that A push, and Fox is still in an aggressive position. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get flashed as the peek comes in from Adren, but they might not expect this angle, and there is the shot, and the flash, or rather the smoke is going to come over to actually isolate the arch player, and you can see Fox is already ahead of the game, rotating very rapidly towards the quad side. He's going to have a good good amount of help here for the players on the quad side of A. You can see he's already going to take down Dozier, so Fox doing a good job so far, taking down 2 players in this round, but there's Adren looking for that punish. Trying to get something done here. They need an entry badly. Does take down Fox. Now, can he do anything else? There's a player in pit. There's a player on the site. Oh my goodness, Adren is going nuts right now. Able to do so much damage for his team, but he's the last man standing. There's 3 players left. If he can quickly kill Mutt, he can maybe get a bomb down, but no, it's not going to happen. It was close, but no dice. And Mutt is going to secure the round for his team. 4-7 for K1ck now. But again, they're in that spot where HellRaisers got a full buy, and K1ck, they really can't allow them to win this one and force them into being money screwed again. That's happened already twice.
That's the third kill they've had with a stock pistol versus an AK, actually. In many different situations, which is interesting, but they still have, despite the 3 kills, they have a 3-round deficit on the favoured side. So, Dreams falling towards B, and the aggression, Dozier's just charged in, and they've completely opened up the B bomb site, putting that standard smoke down straight to cover CT. I think in a situation like that, he could throw it towards truck instead, to smoke off between truck and tree, which makes it a lot harder for the CTs to go for a retake. Fox still trying to hold down his AWP for the next round. And they're just choosing places to try and save from. I think Mutts might hold an angle into CT spawn here to try and defend, but they'll be far away, so if HellRaisers find one, they may not find the other. Dozier will continue the hunt. The hunts have been costly for HellRaisers, but they're still putting the rounds on the board.
Yeah, I mean, K1ck can buy on the following round, but only barely. Again, they should be lacking a lot of stuff. They've actually saved a lot of nades on these players that are remaining at the moment, which is kind of nuts, but generally speaking, HellRaisers in a fantastic position to keep the momentum going. And K1ck are very likely to lose this next round if HellRaisers poke properly. I mean, we could get... Oh, okay, Fox didn't have enough to drop and they lost an extra player, so we are going to have to go for the save here. Now, problem is that even after they save now, most of them are going to be on around 4K in the next round after they get that money. So they even still won't really be able to buy. Like,
there'll only be 2 rounds left though, so they have to.
Yeah, I mean, it's really rough. They'll be able to get almost no nades if they go for M4. So they'll have to get FAMASes and pump out some grenades. That's really the only option. So HellRaisers being ahead on the economy game. Fox has been providing excellent work though with that AWP of his, as we see once again. But at the moment, we've got HellRaisers surging towards this A bomb site, and they're looking for these entries. It's K1ck though playing hyper defensively. Now, can they survive this onslaught? That's the question. They are outgunned and outmanned.
That's a very nice running flash by Kucha to flash the pit area. And the kills are coming in thick and fast. We've got Parrot doing some work, but he has fallen. Only Kill Dreams remains, and he is on the banana area. But that was a super nice flash by Kucha. So I think the aim of that flash was if somebody is behind that pillar in pit, then they are reasonably likely to still get flashed by it. It's a running flash, bounces off the side of the terrace roof. Nice frags coming in for Kill Dreams, but the trade eventually coming in for Kucha. Another expensive round for HellRaisers, but with only 2 rounds left and still a reasonable amount of money in their bag, they will not be too concerned. Does Mo, though, go for the AWP? Of course he does. 900, actually almost nothing left in the bank, so if this round goes sour, then they may be stuck in a tight spot, but they're playing for the W's, not the L's.
I mean, the only thing that's really been scary so far is this guy. Fox has been the most scary force to be reckoned with this AWP. He's been getting so many aggressive picks. He's been getting so many consistent shots off. And HellRaisers have actually been avoiding him quite effectively. It's another big take towards Banana. Fox being fairly useless at the start of the round. And now 5v3 situation, loads of time left on the clock. Kucha already, if anyone should jump out the apps to actually get a quick kill, they're looking for that flanking frag, but so far not to be the case. But it could be Mothers, the first victim of Fox here. He's in great position, and there you go. Fox gets the shot, repositions, and that's a free kill for him.
Oh, he spotted an enemy, and I think he's making a read that it's going to be B. There is, however, still one player, Kucha, loitering around the A site. You can see him trying to find his opposition, which he may do if he just has a quiet stroll through Boiler, and indeed he will. Now it's got to raise question marks for the CTs. We have got a rotation coming in from Mutt towards A, which is going to leave one on either side. The bomb's heading over there as well, so he's made the right decision, but there's only one teammate left on B. There's going to be no trades left for these CTs, so for them to win this round, it's going to be very difficult indeed.
HellRaisers have been looking... dare I say, superior on the individual skill. So again, it's only really been Fox who's consistently been winning some of these duels and just getting the better of these HellRaisers players consistently. It's HellRaisers are always able to find a way in, even when they're a couple men down. They're able to get these entries. They're able to get the ball rolling, and that's part of the reason why K1ck have had so much trouble on the economy, is because HellRaisers' damage has been so consistent. And they're getting so many plants. Their money's always been good. And whenever K1ck were able to win one, HellRaisers is always able to buy. And well, 10-4 now. And what kind of money do we have here for K1ck? Looks like not very good money. They are likely going to go down 11-4 now. So
as many frags as Fox has, I'm wondering how many of those frags are where he's just trying to save his weapon, as opposed to impact frags during the round.
He's had a lot of impact frags, I'd say, early on in the rounds. But I mean, HellRaisers, they've circumvented him quite easily. It's
this is a new one.
The jump, no, there it is.
That's
Jumping scout. That's really cool, isn't it? I haven't seen that before. I actually thought he was going to jump sideways over to just cover multiple angles, because you can still be accurate like that. But I was going to get tagged down to 20. So K1ck need to find themselves a good timing for maybe a pop flash. Now, HellRaisers are playing a much slower round than they previously have, so they're not as far up on A as normal. So there's only 2 players here at the moment. Good stuff there from Fox, able to take down Mao. But they don't have much in the way of grenades to work with. So frags like that are very important.
Okay, so HellRaisers, this is a situation again where they don't want to leave themselves with too little time. These mollies, though, are doing great work for K1ck, and Fox is causing havoc. These are the impact frags that Dan mentioned previously. No one dead for K1ck yet, and with 22 seconds left on the clock, I can't see HellRaisers making it through this round, because they're going to need to plant the bomb here. Adren's going to be going for the wrap now. He's got the kill onto Arch. Kill Dreams falls as well. But there's 2 more CTs to contend with. One by one they fall, but 8 seconds left to plant the bomb. If he gets the bomb planter here, which he does, and the second player on the site, that is pretty much round. There's no time to plant the bomb. The second K1ck player is on banana. Adren in an impossible situation, and K1ck scrape one more round onto the board.
Yeah, nice clutch there, but you have to be worried that they struggled so much on the individual skill, and now going over against HellRaisers on the T side, they're going to need that individual skill to actually find the entries, because HellRaisers are going to be pretty decent at defending the set plays. I mean, they could find a lot of strength in the set plays, but you know, it's Inferno, so there's going to be a lot of picking situations towards bananas, a lot of picking situations towards Arch and also Quad. So yeah, we're going to need to see some good stuff here from all the players of K1ck, not just Fox. Now
we'll see if they can execute. That is the question on the T side. The burning question at the moment. HellRaisers, though, Angel can execute his gun onto Fox's face, and doing the same onto Kill Dreams too. So they're forced to watch their backs as well as watch their fronts. Is he pushing through the smoke? I thought he was maybe going to jump for it backwards or something, but nope, he's going to go back up to banana. So K1ck running out of options, running out of time. Not time on the clock, but time before a CT flanks them. So they're going to have to move quickly here. 2 people on Arch, but Mutaro's not going to get a frag either. So far, it is 3-0 here for HellRaisers. Finally, K1ck get a kill onto the board, and that might allow them to wrap over towards B. If they can get the tag onto Adren here, who's moving to construction, but he's only got 8 HP, then this will be an interesting situation indeed. We've got CTs rotating through banana to the B bomb site, but Mo's caught the push back towards A. Trade's coming in now, and it's going to be down to Adren in the pits to stop this plant from going down. But the longer Rome takes, the more CTs he will have to contend with.
He's going to fake the plant. He's not got much time really to do it, and K1ck will take him down. So that was very nice. And Angel is super scary with pistols. That guy is scary with everything. He's even going to buy an AUG. He's actually just bought an AUG.
B44.
Why is he buying an AUG?
Is it Tiger Strike though? That's the question. Or is it AUG Chameleon? Real men use the AUG hot rod. Ah, it's the AUG Chameleon. Alright, well, we've got a 4-man push towards the A site from K1ck. A lot of Glocks in tow. Rome with the Tech 9.
Ooh, that MP7 though, that could be a lot of juicy money coming K1ck's way. Gonna nade down, and they're gonna back away.
what's nice with a smoke onto the entrance of apps is that you can just crouch and sit right in front of it. The way you're starting to see people do it on Dust 2, on A long doors, where they just smoke it and stand right in front of the doors. So if people try and rush with flashbangs and so on, you just block them and get basically 3 kills. So clean sheet for HellRaisers, and they are within 4 rounds of taking the first game of this best of 5. The next map will be Dust 2, which is picked by K1ck.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because Dust 2 is a map. Dust 2 is a weird map sometimes, I think, to say, we're going to pick Dust 2. Because everyone knows Dust 2. Every team knows Dust 2. Every team can play Dust 2. It's hard to really have something that another team hasn't seen or a style that they're not fairly comfortable with. You know, that's why I always am surprised when teams just say, I'm going to pick Dust 2. Unless it's some knowledge they have about the opposition.
Didn't you say that you thought teams didn't play it properly, though?
Well, there are a lot of teams that aren't perfect on it, yeah. But either way, this round we are going to get the little pick there in towards A. Now it's going to go down. And those, yeah. Is he actually just going to push the smoke here? Because he could try to do that. They are down a man. They're down on the weaponry as well. So kind of need to get an advantage going. And they are going to actually stop these terrorists. And they're just going to crawl in with the AUG. Oh, sprays down 2 with it. You don't see the AUG spray down every day. But it's a 2-on-2. And again, Dozier on the Mag 7 needs to find the next weapon to improve his situation. He does pick up an AK. But it's just down to power now for K1ck. He's got 35 seconds left to plant the bomb. And he's going to go for the fake there. Spots Dozier close. It's going to drop him straight away. Oh, great stuff there from Power. He's going to be able to pick up the round and allow K1ck to have a chance in this one. But HellRaisers, are they going to save or are they going to go for a buy right now? Because I could see the buy. Yeah, they're going to go for it. Now, I think partly they're doing this because they know that if they win this round, K1ck are completely money screwed. And then they're basically going to win the game. That's, I think, the mindset behind HellRaisers here.
All right, well, let's see if they can do it. They've got room to make mistakes, which is the advantage of starting the second half with a nice lead and extending it in the initial rounds as well. All right, so I think we might have 2 people in app. Oh, he's just been shot in the head. But it's a penetration shot, so it's done all of 6 HP, which is not very exciting at all. So K1ck slowly looking for CTs, just taking map control where they can. CTs, you can see they were quite deep in apps, but have now retreated. Looking for some early picks, just as K1ck did when they had that difficult buy and they were lacking nades. HellRaisers with 1 more smoke to waste a little bit more time. And actually, there's 45 seconds on the clock here, so if that's going to go down towards the B site, then that could be interesting for them. But they have weakened their A to put 3 people on towards B, and they've given Arch up for free. And the wrap could be on here, but the bomb is heading towards A. So I don't think the wrap is real. Could try and fake it, but that kill from Mutt should raise alarm bells for HellRaisers.
Oh, man, up the stairs in Graveyard, able to take down a Dren. And things get precarious now for HellRaisers, and they're going to even just go and save. We already saw that they went for the risky play in this round to actually buy up in the first place instead of ecoing. And hey, K1ck have managed to make a great round of it thanks to Mutt. And now they're going to be on their way to bringing back quite a few rounds here. How do you feel like HellRaisers would benefit massively from having Mal on an AWP here? Like, would you think that's just going to completely shut K1ck out of things? Because I'm asking you because that obviously is going to happen at some point. That Mal's going to be able to pick up an AWP. They'll have the money to do that, maybe. But K1ck, if they keep doing a lot of damage, they could prevent that from happening soon enough for HellRaisers to really take control of the game.
Have you seen Mal play before? Malmo? Because I haven't, so I don't know if he's going to be like a Wilded type AWPer or a JW type AWPer.
I mean, I watched a little bit, but not enough really to see.
Because it depends on his style
as
to how much he can shut them down. Like, is he going to play just defensive arch or aggressive apps, etc., or be all over the place? We need to discern that to see if the style he offers can shut them down completely or just in a certain area, or we will have to find out. We have another mixed bag here for HellRaisers. K1ck just with a P250. Got the pop flashes coming in, but that one is not going to stop them. They had 2 players. They're looking for trades. Not going to need it. Those are getting the first kill onto Mutt. There's a second player there, but Mutt will know that there are 2 CTs, and that is an unfavorable situation. So Adren trying to hold things down here on the A site, the B site, sorry. Trade coming in by Killdreams will re-smoke CT as well. 3 versus 3 now. And there's one person waiting for the flank. That's Rome. He's going to get a free kill onto Mose, looking in second mid. And he will head up to join his teammates on the B side. So Dozier might be able to sneak into construction here. But with those smokes going down, unbeknownst to him, there are 2 players on Banana. But he will have to move back. And again, in that Vietnam area, if you're coming from second mid to mid, the last third of it, if you're underneath it and someone's above you, they can see you on the radar, despite not being able to actually see you in the game. The more you know.
Yeah, and HellRaisers, I mean, this round, next round is going to be kind of interesting because K1ck are climbing back. They can get a buy, but again, they can't afford an AWP, but they kind of should really be buying here. And the nades will be well, not as great as they want. They won't be able to afford a lot of incendiaries. So again, if K1ck play a slower round, if they try to bait out the nades successfully, if they're able to not lose anybody too early on, they should be in really good stead to win this round as well. And then kind of put HellRaisers in another awkward spot where they can't really full buy, and then K1ck go up to like 10 rounds. Then you know, again, it's completely just game on for them. So their T-Star's not looking too shabby at the moment.
Well, Rame's going to stroll in and kill 2 people here on the pit squad area. And that's going to be that.
Oh,
Mutt
wow.
getting the 3rd frag for his team. Dozier and Angel, all of a sudden, only people, a bit shell-shocked, not knowing what hit them. And the question is, Dan, are HellRaisers going to force every single round here as K1ck continues to catch up with them? Or are they going to eco and go for the full buy with the AWP?
I think like next round they're going to probably have like 3,400 each because I think they full bought this time. So what they should really do is make sure that, I mean, Mao at the very least should pretty much go for the full save so that he can have an AWP, but also a lot of grenades with it. And the rest of them can get maybe like a few pistols to maybe get some damage in there. But they're not going to aim to really win the round. They just need, like you say, they just need to get a situation where they have good money and where they can play with the AWP here. Because that could be the mix-up that could really save them. So let's see what their response is. Angel actually has a fair bit of cash still, but Mao also has a little bit left over from last round. He had an additional 700 there. So yeah, they're going to go for this option. So okay, so they've decided the same thing. They said, hey, we should really just have a proper buy for once, because the next round will be probably their only one that they've had this half. So
yeah, and K1ck are catching up very quickly indeed, and this is starting to get worrisome. So HellRaisers getting cut down as you would expect on such an eco. Question is, oh, look at that running headshot there. No frag yet though. Fox down to 7 HP, so we'll have to calm down his onslaughts. Parrot and Rome to finish things off. So K1ck now just 2 rounds behind HellRaisers after a strong first half from HellRaisers, and now we might just see the optimal buy here from the HR team.
Yep.
Ma going straight for an AWP, 2 flashes smoke. Lots of Molotovs on the HellRaisers side. Now often, for example, when you see Pasha playing the AWP on this map, he will always have Molotov if he's playing Arch as Mo is. So if he needs to run back, he can throw the molly down to slow the proceedings. And you can see that's quite a late smoke onto Banana, which is going to allow the terrorist teams to push straight through it before it even goes off.
They have to trade a Dren there, but they can't get any trades. They get completely annihilated. This is massive now for K1ck. This was a very important round for them to win, and they've put HellRaisers in a spot where they have to go for the save here. Straight away, straight in the round. And the weird thing there as well is that Adren was very far forwards, and the entire point of having 3 members towards Banana at the start with Mao over at Arch side smoking off a Banana deep for them, and then like doing incendiaries and all this kind of stuff, is so that they get the trades, so that they all play forward to get the trades. But Adren was untraded, and then they kind of went chasing for it and just got sprayed down. And so that their positioning was a little bit off, and that cost them everything.
Yeah, that did not work out for them at all. So I think the options they were trying to present to K1ck were either face us through a Molotov where you've got no chance to retreat, or stay back behind the smoke. And they faced them, and they won. Did K1ck.
Yeah,
Once
and
again,
that shouldn't happen too, like with that setup.
There have been a number of rounds where K1ck have just got 3 kills in quick succession, and all of a sudden it's been 2 HellRaisers players wondering what the hell's going on. Mostly it's been the 2 remaining on B. This time it was the 2 remaining on A. So another force coming out from HellRaisers. And how many rounds have K1ck won in a row here? 6 rounds in a row. So solid T-halves from both teams. We'll see if HellRaisers can hold on this occasion. Last round we had 4 Molotovs. This time only k1ck has 1.
Yeah.
Stark difference.
No full buy from them. They didn't want to do the thing where they just save kind of for a big buy, like they just did and then lost so easily. But this game can come down to the smallest of advantages and margins, because again, if Adren just gets traded on straight away, if someone's in position for that, then it's fine. They should be able to hold from that point, but it really cost them very heavily. And HellRaisers used to be a team that were very good at aggressively taking Banana. Back in the older HellRaisers days, they were one of the teams that were the most drilled on it. Actually, that impressed me the most. I think I even made a video about it long ago. But this time around, it's not working out for them, and they are waiting patiently. We haven't seen a big execute from K1ck on the B-bomb site, not of this caliber. Can HellRaisers hold this one? Might be just what they wanted actually, because they've been losing out on the picks here. So a straight up rush, maybe that's going to go a bit better for them. Here we go. K1ck in through the smoke. The counter grenades did put a bit of delay. We've got 3 players here from HellRaisers. The crossfire is strong. They're lining up for them, and it's just Mutt left. He's going to go down to Mao, and indeed, that was the round that HellRaisers needed. K1ck actually gave them a situation that they're more comfortable with.
Just in the nick of time, you saw Dozier in first oranges as well. He prepared himself to counter flash the T's as they came in by holding a flash pointed at the end of the barrels there, so it bounces off into the place, the choke point basically. So despite him being flash, he can get the call from a teammate when to throw it, so he was already there. But the T's waited, maybe because of the flashbangs. They were forced to wait. And finally, HellRaisers get that all-important round on the board. But again, now their economy loss bonus is reset. If they were to lose this round, that might give K1ck the opportunity they need to take the first map, but easier said than done. For now, we have aggressive positions at top mid. Got a crossfire here from both players. They've used flashbangs and such to get in. HellRaisers tried to use flashes to peek first as well, to try and get an aggressive pick, but no dice for either side here. Fox with a little bit of damage, but other than that, they're all alive. Mo first to fall, losing to the Orca Fox.
Yeah, that really sucks, but at least they have 3 players towards A, but they are quickly rotating back up Banana. They had left Rome over there, I believe, or Killdreams, one of the 2, to actually hold on to it, and that so far has allowed them to continue pressuring A and delaying the rotation from A, whilst showing their real push onto B. But that's Molotov, that incendiary from Dozier, has actually delayed them, and we have a very interesting situation, 4-on-4. But can we get a Dozier, an all-star Dozier? Can we get the heroism? Here he goes. He's over at the new boxes, going to try to hold this down. There goes the flash. Needs to get the frags. Gets only 1, and it's a 2-on-3. So HellRaisers can still pull this one off.
Right, so they've got 1 player though. k1ck is miles away, so that's going to spend a lot of time on this clock. And Fox has the angle on CT where there's still a HellRaisers player stuck. They've got 1 Molotov on k1ck. He could throw it from Banana into new box and force Fox from his position. And I think he's done exactly that. And Fox has been forced to go into second or first oranges there. So that's gone well for him. And that's going to allow k1ck to come in. Now it's 3 versus 1. They're running out of time to find him. Trade comes in. k1ck's got a defuse kit. And that should be another round in the bag here for HellRaisers. Just with a few, maybe 1 second left on the clock. So that Molotov was massively key, because if he doesn't force Fox from his position, then he's probably going to take out one of the HellRaisers players in CT, and then who knows what happens after that.
Yeah, Dozier, although only getting 1 frag, did delay them massively, and then allowing for 3 players to be there to get those kills, making it a doable retake, very crucial. And that's actually how HellRaisers have been winning these rounds, actually, from the B holds, essentially. K1ck have been finding a lot of their success towards more of the picking game, and more of these kind of situations that they find themselves when they try to take the A side of the map. Now they are trying to mix it up, but perhaps they should return to just the basics that have been working for them. So nice nade over there by Dozier. He's been causing all kinds of trouble, and once again he's going to be left alone, completely alone on the B-bomb site.
That Molotov will force him to go back to the site itself, as who knows, people could be pushing through the smoke while that Molotov is done. It's a nice flash over the arch area from the CTs. It's actually a surprising one as well. Nice frag from Mo onto Fox, finally getting some revenge there. It's quite surprising that you can throw a flash above the roof and it flashes people who are like on the ground just looking straight forward. There we go, Mo holding things down here on Arch when he needs to. Again, HellRaisers 2 rounds away from taking this first map. K1ck with a 3-round deficit. So these kills are definitely key for the time being. Could just spotting some information there. Gonna tell his teammates it's probably going to be B. Sorry, A. Adren coming in for support as well. All down to Mutt versus 3 here. Only one of which, though, is on the A side. So if he can find a fast frag here, he could have put himself in a good position. Adren's going to jump up and expose his entire body. It's going to allow Mutt to plant the bomb. And he's going to be in a crossfire situation with one on Arch, one coming through apps maybe towards balcony.
So he drops the smoke there. And HellRaisers have gone from a 1 round to a round that is in danger of being lost now. Okay, Dozier will get the kill, finds Mutt. But one thing I got to say that I really enjoyed was, that round, HellRaisers decided to play 2 from Arch side. Now, a lot of situations have come down to Fox picking into Arch side with the AWP. So Angel showed himself, but he jumped and got legged. And then immediately, Mao takes the same angle, hoping that Fox is going to re-peek with the AWP, because Fox is going to be like, well, I have an AWP and you're tagged with a rifle. I'm going to kill you, I'm Fox. But instead, Mao expects him to peek it, and he shoots him straight away and takes him down. And that's all because of them expecting that picking style towards Arch side, so they put 2 players there. That's super awesome. Just a small thing that I noticed there.
It's an interesting dynamic as well with the new changes to the AWP that make that a viable tactic. So you can see teams adjusting to that, because otherwise he can go for the fast crouch pick and maybe he can just get the quicker off the trigger with Pika's advantage.
Ooh. Nice. They're actually going to play a 2 from Arch side again. And one of the reasons why that smoke is annoying is because it's supposed to isolate the pit players to allow people to come out of Boiler, but they didn't actually spot anybody coming out of Boiler. So they're really curious as to exactly what's actually going on at the moment, because they should have seen somebody over the smoke, but there was nobody. K1ck have really slowed the pace down, but they are still looking like they want to take at least middle. They've got no one on Banana. They have no idea who is there. HellRaisers could be pushed there for all they know. They don't know anything. They're more or less committed towards A. They've got lots of time left to play with, but they are pushing on in now, wrapping around the side, trying to see if they can get these entries, and they will find just one so far. But Mao, there with the AWP, gets smoked off, but he gets the kill anyway, taking down the bomber. Killing key seconds here for K1ck. They are running out of bodies to throw into this plant. It's just 1 left now, thanks to Q-ck. And he will get the bomb down, but he's been shot from all angles. And we are going to have already the GG's being called there by K1ck, as that bomb will be defused. And the first map has been won by HellRaisers. But credit to K1ck for finding the chink in the armor of HellRaisers and just repeatedly hammering away at it early on in the second half.
Yes, they had a lot of momentum in that T half. They strung a lot of rounds together and made a very nice comeback indeed, but HellRaisers, just before things got a little bit too dangerous, extended it and took it all the way to 16. So first map, the pick of HellRaisers going their way. And it's quite weird to no longer see Qualifier AWPing. I got so used to it, but I'm really hoping that maybe in some maps coming up, maybe even Dust 2, that we see some double AWPs coming up, because I think if HellRaisers are capable of having that dynamic to their team, now they've got Mo on the team as well, then wonderful things may be ahead then.
Well, Dust 2 Mirage Cash, so it's very likely that that they're going to go to double AWPs. So
what better maps?
Yeah, so that's going to be pretty interesting. So guys, we'll take a moment to set up map number 2 between HellRaisers and K1ck here for the DreamHack Tours closed qualifier. So stay with us. We'll be right back here on Face the TV. Don't go anywhere.